Welcome back. It is time now for today's Talkback segment. Each day, we post a question on CourtTV's social media pages. We gather your comments and questions and then respond right here on the show. Now, today, we want to know what evidence does the prosecution need to present during Alec Murdaugh's trial that points to his innocence or guilt in the murder of his son and wife. Still with me, federal executive clemency attorney Tammy Allison and criminal defense attorney David Bruno. All right, guys, our first comment comes from a viewer on YouTube who says, "From the moment I heard the reports of his wife and son's death, I thought he was the killer. He showed up with 2 different guns to make it seem like there were multiple shooters." And David Bruno, that's the big problem for this guy. At the end of the day, he's in a community where people have been reading all about this. They know about the family. They know about his problems. And, you know, the more I read about this, this family has been involved in a lot of different things. And again, some of it allegations, a lot of it not proven, a lot of it covered up. We just don't know. All that, I'm not going to say it's going to be a part of this trial, but it's something the defense has to take into account.
Yeah, without that, what a theory. I didn't even think of that this was a premeditated murder and he brings 2 guns to think that there's 2 separate perpetrators. Look, what do they have to prove in light of that 911 call? Everything that we just bulleted out at our last segment. Show that he's there. Put him in a video or an audio recording. Blood spatter on the clothes, which can't be explained. That sounds like a good presentation by the state. And while they may struggle to come up with a reason why there's 2 guns, the defendant is going to have time on his side. He's going to have to determine whether he's going to testify or not. I think he probably would have to if that pieces of evidence were presented and proven in light of the 911 call.
Yeah, I have to agree. And just by the emphatic not guilty that he gave, I think this is a guy that can't wait to tell his story. These kind of guys, they always think they can talk their way out of things. All right, the next comment comes from Jess Lynn. Jess Lynn says, he had it all, but his addiction and greed destroyed a very comfortable and privileged life. But did he kill his wife and kid? Did he hire someone? Did someone want revenge? And Tammy, those raise some interesting questions. And I think for any defense attorney, I mean, the best way to go, I would imagine, is to say, okay, maybe he was involved in all this crazy stuff and someone was coming after him and took it out on his family. I mean, that, as crazy as it sounds, that may be something the defense can work with.
The defense might work with it, but I don't think they will. I think that, they want to continue to paint him out to be this upstanding citizen and attorney whose family has been running that town for centuries on end. We had a guest on here who said that, he didn't know anything about an addiction and girlfriends or anything like that. So who knows at this point? All I know is that, this man that had it all as an attorney in his town is caught up in some shenanigans that are very hard to explain. So it's a lot of stuff going on here.
Absolutely. And Joe yesterday said that he thought this guy was living off his name and his reputation that way. So interesting. Again, a lot to play out yet. Well, thank you so much to Tammy Allison and David Bruno for being with me tonight. Truly appreciate you guys as always. Coming up.